guys, welcome to your biology virtual classroom. I miss seeing all of you guys. I hope that y'all are at home staying safe, that you had a good extended spring break, and now that we're going to be starting school again digitally, that you're back and ready to work. The good news that you've probably all heard is that STAR is canceled for this year. So that means that there's no biology STAR. So if genetics gets too confusing, if we get a little bit stuck on doing this virtual classroom, we can spend a little bit longer time because we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about taking STAR at the end of the year. So I'm glad that you're tuning into this video. I am sorry if you hear a lot of running water. I had to bring Miss R's fishes home. I don't know if y'all remember, right across the classroom from me, Miss R had a really big fish tank. So all those fish are now here at my house, and so the tank is really noisy. But if you have any problems accessing this video, if I'm not talking loud enough, if I'm talking too fast, just send me a message, and that way when I record videos in the future, I can slow down, I can try to move to a different room, things like that. All right, so let me introduce you to your Google Virtual Classroom. So I'm going to be doing a lot of what I'm doing right now. I'm going to be recording a lot of videos, just going through a review and going through our notes, especially when you're learning new material. So because this is the first week that we're launching our virtual classroom, it's going to be all review. So I'm hoping you guys all have your science notebooks, and if you don't, that's okay. I posted all my notes up on Google Classroom. So this week we're just going to be going back through all of our basic genetics material. That way I can make sure that you remember it, and if you do get stuck on any of it, I could try to help you out before we move on to the more advanced stuff. So starting today, you will be logging on to your Google Classroom every day. So the nice thing is, because you're at home, you don't have to log on. If you're not a morning person, you don't have to log on in the morning. So if you want to sleep until noon, if your parents let you, you can log on, at noon. You can log on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can log on at 6 o'clock in the evening, whenever it is that you want to log on. But you do have to log on every day. Every day I'm going to be posting something that you either have to do, or notes that you have to write down, or maybe even a small project that you have to complete by a certain day. All right, so for today, for Monday, our very first day, you're going to have a Google form that's a quiz. It's 5 questions, and it's over all of your notes that you took before we went on break. If you don't have your notes, like I said, I went ahead and posted them up on Google Classroom. So there's going to be 5 questions that are notes based, and I have extra questions on there that tell me, how are you looking at my videos? How are you going on to Google Classroom? Do you have to use your phone? Maybe you have an iPad, maybe you have a laptop. And then some other questions like, do you have a printer at home? Is there a way that you could take a picture of a document and then send it to me, or record a video and send it to me? So there's some extra questions on there. That way I can tell who has access to what type of technology. All right, so a couple of other things. So I did go ahead and update your grades. Some of you did email me because once I put in the extra credit assignment, it messed up your grades. By the time you see this video, it should all be fixed. So there's going to be 3 grades up. The first one, okay, is your elephant pedigree lab. So I went through, I graded them, and they should be in there. And then your other one is going to be your karyotype worksheet. Okay, so you had your karyotypes, you had some questions that went with them, and I went ahead and graded those and put them in. So unfortunately, I was only able to go to the classroom for a short time, and y'all probably remember I was out for the second half on Friday. So I picked up whatever the sub had left for me, and then any other worksheets that I might have left there. So all the worksheets that I picked up are in your grade book. So if I missed it, like maybe it was left on my podium or somewhere else on my desk, or maybe you forgot to turn it in, let me know. Okay, so if it's at the classroom, unfortunately I won't be able to go back, so I'm going to have to give you an alternative assignment. If you have either of those assignments, you haven't turned them in, you can take a picture and you can send them to me through email. All right, so all of those grades are already in your grade book. I also put in your extra credit crossword puzzle. So remember, I gave you that crossword puzzle and you had to complete it that day to be extra credit. So that was the one assignment that was messing up everybody's grades after I put them in. So I changed it, and then once you take your test, I'll put it back in as extra credit. Okay? So by this point, your gradebook should be fixed, if your grades were a little bit messed up. All right. So other than that, let's see here. So we're going to be, communicating through Google Classroom, all throughout the week, and I will be available if you have any questions. I put my Remind code up back on Google Classroom, so that way you can send me a text through Remind, you can send me an email, anything like that. So this week, I'm also going to offer a tutoring session. And so my tutoring sessions I'm going to do through an app called Google Hangouts. So essentially what that is, you're going to have to download this app onto your phone or to your iPad. If you have a laptop, I think you just log on to the website. And so what it's going to be just like what you see right here, where it's going to be like a video conference. And so you can log in, and that way you can ask me any questions. So if you don't need any tutoring, you don't have to log on. It's just optional if you want to do that. Also, if let's say that your room's a mess and you don't want me to see it, I can actually connect through Google Classroom with you just talking to me. So I won't see a video screen. You don't have to have a camera in order for it to work. Okay? So we're going to be starting that up sometime this week. That way, when we have our more challenging topics, we'll have access to Google Hangouts. That way you can ask me questions about the assignments, or when I give you a lab, because this is biology, you're still going to have to do some labs at home, you can ask me any questions about those. All right, so I think that's it for our introduction. So I hope everybody's staying safe. This is going to be a lot of fun. You're probably at some point going to meet my cat and my dog, because they're probably going to get in the way of the camera. And so, this is going to be a learning experience for me too, but I look forward to it. So I look forward to, hearing from you guys. I want to hear how your spring break went. Hopefully it went well. And so, like I said, feel free to reach out. You can communicate to me through email or Remind. All right. So until our next video, okay, I hope you have a great day.